Hey, this is Chuck, and you are listening to Fans with Bands, the podcast where we talk to the fans and the bands they dig about life, music, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. Today on Fans with Bands, we're talking to Iron Times. Check it out. Hey, this is Chuck with Fans with Bands, and I'm talking to Alan and Phoenix from the band Iron Times. How you guys doing?
I'm doing very good.
Doing pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. So Alan was kind enough to reach out, sent me an email saying, "Hey, man, we got this band starting up, and we'd like to talk about, heavy music." And I'm like, "Well, that's what I love to do." So glad you guys reached out.
Well, yeah.
Cool. So I'm curious, like, how did Iron Times get started? Because you guys this band is just formed. Is that correct?
Yeah, like November is when we started getting off the getting out of the you know.
Yeah. Just
Putting
instead of
ourselves out there.
yeah. So like, how did you guys how did the band get started?
Well, I believe we should have Alan talk about that because he mainly started that.
So last year I was in another band that with a couple friends. We were called Story. And during our practice sessions with Story, while the other guys would go on break, the guitarist and I would stay inside and we would just jam. We
Yeah.
just play because our taste was way different than the music we played and the other guys' tastes in the band. And then we, on the 4th of July last year, we held a backyard concert for family. And technically, the first Iron Times performance would be when the guitarist and I had played a song for the Dead by Queens of the Stone Age.
Cool.
Just me and him in front of our families. Um, and then around November, uh, him and I had the idea of recording some demos at our school with the help of some of our teachers because we go to an art school.
Oh, cool. Awesome. And
So we recorded there, put those out. Then Phoenix joined around late
November.
November.
Yeah. November around then. When after the demos were made.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you guys know each other before, or did you
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah, we did.
Had
So
you guys
me
jammed before?
yeah. So me and Alan were in a band we were in another band, which are also currently getting started. They're a lot more. It's like more commercial. Called Morning Dove. It's like a shoegazy sort of
Okay.
band. I play
Yeah.
guitar in that band, and he plays bass. So that's how he knew me, and he knew like I was into Doom, and the other dudes were into Doom. So they were like, "You want to join Iron Times?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'd like to join Iron Times." I mean,
That's awesome. So I'm curious, who came up with the band's name, Iron Times?
that would be Alan.
So it's a play on Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh,
We
cool.
took Queens of the Stone Age and we flipped it to be Kings of the Iron Times. And then we cut off Kings of the and just stuck with Iron Times.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a cool name for a band, especially if you're doing like the stoner doom rock. So how would you, I checked out some of the music that you guys have. It's right now instrumental. Do you plan to be an instrumental band, or are you going to add vocals?
We plan on experimenting with vocals in the future. We definitely plan on experimenting with vocals in the future. Yeah.
Nice. And are you guys going to bring in a separate vocalist, or are you going to do it yourselves?
I would be singing. It would be me, and then my cousin. We were thinking of too. We were thinking of bringing her on. She's like an opera singer, so she's extremely good.
Wow, cool. So, the music is definitely into that those veins of I'm thinking of like Orange Goblin, you know, uh, Red Fang. So
Yeah.
there's those elements in there. Are
Kyuss.
Yeah, Kyuss for sure. Are you guys thinking of the direction, as far as the music that you have right now, how would you describe it? Would you say it's stoner rock? Would you call it doom? Would you call it some kind of hybrid of both? What would you say?
Like psychedelic stoner. is what I would consider it, because we have a couple songs that incorporate like psych elements. We have like some garage rock elements. We have, obviously, we consider ourselves a stoner rock band. I mean, Kyuss is probably our biggest influence for the band as a whole.
Yeah.
So
So for
yeah, it's yeah.
yeah, go ahead. So
Uh, no, you go.
I was just going to say, as far as your influences, like for each of you, like what was, what were bands that got you into music, and in particular, like what kind of music inspired you to want to play the instruments that you're playing? So Phoenix, you're playing bass. Alan, you're playing drums, I believe, right? In this band. So for each of you, like what were your influences, musically and in particular for your instrument? And Phoenix, maybe you go first.
Music as a whole, for me wanting to like play music and stuff. And like honestly, I'd have to probably say Nirvana really got me into like playing music. Playing Doom, I got into Electric Wizard like about
Ah,
two
yeah,
years ago, and just have loved them ever since. And then I got into more stuff. And for bass, for me, probably playing bass would be like Nick Oliveri
yeah.
or Al Cisneros from
Ah,
Sleep.
nice, awesome,
Yeah, so those would probably be my bass influences.
cool. Alan, how about you?
So I got into playing drums when my step grandpa had introduced me to Pantera when I was like 7. He,
Awesome.
he let me borrow his old electric drum kit, gave me a double pedal, and told me, "Hey, learn Cowboys from Hell." And I tried my hardest to. I couldn't get a lot of it going at the same time because it was too much at that point. But I had started learning other songs at the time, and I had listened to a lot of Metallica as well. What really got me going was when I had found out about Slipknot when I was like 10.
Oh man, that's crazy. So, so you were like 7 trying to play Pantera?
Yeah,
Oh man, that's crazy. I don't think I mean, granted, I'm much older than you guys, but I wasn't even trying to think of like playing like, for let's say Led Zeppelin when I was 7 years old. I was That was like not even a thought. That's crazy. That's awesome. So, who are your influences as far as drums go? What did
uh, definitely a bunch of basic answers like Lars, Vinny, um, Sean from Alice in Chains is definitely a big influence.
Yeah.
Uh, Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Dave. He's
And
fantastic.
in more recent times, Mike Portnoy has definitely influenced me to learn a lot more, or want to learn a lot more faster stuff.
Nice.
A lot more technical.
So, for the music that you guys are writing now, what's that process like for you guys to put together? Is it something where you're just, you get together and jam, or do you guys come up with
Jamming,
some ideas? Yeah,
jamming.
Just
jamming. All right. Do you guys?
Yep.
So, do you have I mean, what's that like? Do you have a particular practice space that you guys all meet up with, and just get together and just
My house.
yeah,
And sometimes even like sometimes I mean most some stuff that we've written is just we've jammed at the studio and just recorded it. I mean,
yeah,
I want to be honest. I mean,
that's
that's
awesome.
really just how we mostly do it.
That's
And
crazy. So,
then obviously we take those jams and then I change stuff up about them. I write different riffs. I change stuff about those riffs. I'm like an improvised guy, but I also am good at like um
sort of.
just like cleaning up,
yeah,
like uh untangling the mess and making it something
right,
good. Like
right. Do you find that when you guys, so you mentioned that you guys jam in a studio. What studio is this?
Uh,
Mount Doom.
Oh, really? Wow, cool. So, do you have family? Like, how do you get in the studio?
Uh
uh,
he
I
is friends with Vince.
Ah,
I
okay.
found I found Mount Doom through Toe Cutter.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, a year ago, one of my friends gave me a Toe Cutter CD, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. It still is really, they
Yeah.
still are really cool, really good. And on the inside of the CD, it said, "Thanks to Vince at Mount Doom." So I looked into Mount Doom, then met somebody else who was friends with Vince, and I got Vince's number, reached out to him, and first went out there with the other band's Story,
Uh,
recorded there, and then brought our times out.
nice. Awesome. And uh,
Yep.
and he'll just let you come in and rock out
Uh,
and do some stuff.
yeah, we just pay him some money and we record, and
Oh,
that's
that's
it.
awesome. That's fantastic. So,
Yep.
like, yeah, like when you guys are putting together music, are you thinking about, um, like, is it is it mostly about like, so when I'm thinking of like putting together music as since I play guitar, I'm thinking about the riffs. But I know that bass and drums can be a little different. I know bass players definitely like look at the riffs and are thinking of riffs too, but and half the time they play guitar as well. But um, are you thinking rhythmically types of things? Because stoner rock and doom definitely is
Yeah.
rhythm focused. Are you thinking
More
that
so,
way or
yeah,
or
more so like
riffs?
a rhythm. Okay. So the best way I can put it is he starts with like a drum groove whenever we're like jamming and trying to like write something.
Right.
He usually he starts with a drum groove, and I play something that I know like could be with that. So like say he's just doing like a four on the floor sort of beat.
Right.
That is like, so I'm like, okay, so it's a dum, cat, dum, cat. So um basically I'm just like doom, like just
Yeah, you're trying
writing
to come up
something
with
that
something.
is within the rhythm,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. And so, do you guys ever concern yourselves with, you know, um, originality in terms of like trying to keep your influences from becoming part
Yeah.
of your creative process? How do you do that?
Okay, so I mean, we try and just put as many different things that we can do into like a song. So like, uh-huh, let's heard some ringing. um, anyway, we try and like, so a lot of our stuff we take a lot of Kyuss influence, but we don't want to just be like a Kyuss ripoff band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so we try and take as many like influences from other things as we can too. So like we could mix that Kaya song with like and like add some weird bridge in the middle that sounds like Pink Floyd
Right,
and
right.
try and do something like that.
Yeah,
And like that's really what we try to do. We don't try and like we're not trying to be like we're not trying to take one band and be like, okay, so we want to do this.
right.
We
Yeah,
want to take as many bands as we can and try and combine all of them and make something cool.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's awesome because it's hard. I remember when I was starting out, it was, Iron Maiden. That's, that what I
yeah,
wanted to jam with. It influenced how I play guitar, but I think it becomes that factor, like you said, of playing other music, experimenting, and having a wide palette of like things that you listen to and that you get into that kind of
yeah.
influences that. So, I know we talked about like influences in terms of each of you in your instruments, but I'm curious, like, how did you get started? I know that Alan, you mentioned was your grandpa got you into Pantera, but Phoenix, how did you get started in playing bass?
So playing bass, my dad's a bassist,
Oh, okay, cool.
but I didn't play bass until last year. I basically just started playing bass. I am
Fortune.
a guitar player first and foremost.
All right.
I'm first and foremost a guitar player. I play bass only for this band. Usually I play guitar for like any other project I have.
Yeah.
But the way I actually first started getting into like playing music was seventh grade percussion. I was in percussion in my band class, and I played percussion, so I was playing like drums and rhythmics and stuff like that, and like rhythm instruments rather than like uh melody instruments or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
So that's really how I started playing drums after I got into percussion. And then I got into guitar. And then I said, screw the drums, I want to play guitar. So I just started playing guitar, and everything I know is basically self-taught. I have never really taken a lesson in my life. Um,
Nice.
so I mean, and then for bass, I mean, I kind of got into sleep. I
Yeah.
know, like sleep. I mean, Al Cisneros is basically bass is just important as guitar in sleep. And I also got into like Ohm, which is only bass and drums. Well,
Yeah.
keyboards too, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. So that's really what got me into playing bass, and I really liked uh on Queens of the Stone Age. I really liked Nick Oliveri's tone, so that's basically who I try and base my tone off of is Nick
Nice.
Oliveri.
I was gonna
Uh,
say that the recordings I heard, the bass tone was very cool. I like that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bass is a very important instrument for our band.
Yeah, especially a heavy band. So, Alan, I think you mentioned that you play guitar as well. Is that true? Or did I?
Bass.
Bass. Oh, okay, cool.
I play bass in morning though.
Okay. So, I'm curious. So, Phoenix, you are primarily a guitar player.
Yes.
Alan, are you primarily a drummer, or would you say bass player?
I'm
Equal.
kind of both equal.
Yeah.
I like playing bass and I like playing drums. Sometimes there's certain things I want to do drums in or I want to do bass in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really it just really depends on what's going on.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just, thinking of like how you guys have gelled together and are working out like the details. So who's the guitar player in the band then?
Um, our guitar player is a guy named Braylon. He's super cool. Um, he's not very talkative, but
That's all
uh,
right.
yeah, he's really good. He's extremely good, like
That's cool.
better than me.
Awesome.
And that isn't that much of a bar to beat, but yeah, he's amazing. And yep. And
Cool.
we had an old guitar player. He left just for personal reasons, but he was on the original demo recordings with Alan before
Okay.
I was in the band.
Ah, okay.
Also, all the studio recordings are on Bandcamp. That's our old guitar player on guitar.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
okay.
studio recordings that are on Bandcamp are with our old guitarist. We don't
Nice.
have anything recorded with Braylon yet, but we definitely want to.
So
Yeah.
so speaking of that, because that's a good segue. So what are you thinking in terms of time frames for the new? I mean, I'm gonna guess that the current incarnation of Iron Times with Braylon is in the process of working on new music. So
Yes.
what are you guys thinking about as far as
We're
recording?
hoping to get out to the studio in hopefully around a month or so.
Nice.
Just I got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, tomorrow's my birthday, so I
Oh,
got that going on.
happy pre-birthday.
Thank you. um, so I got that going on, and then it's just 4th of July and all
Yeah.
that. So
Oh yeah.
hopefully around August, we'll hopefully be able to get back into the studio and start working on more stuff. Well, I already have ideas going for more songs. We're hoping to start working on the album though,
Nice.
because
Yeah.
So I think before we got started, you guys were had mentioned you played in Ipsy at Ziggy's. Was
yep.
that the very first time you guys have played as a band?
No, not the very
No.
first time. First time we played as a band was we did a couple performances at our school.
Oh,
So I
okay, cool.
guess we could count those, but
Yeah,
this was our first real like actual show.
nice. So how was it for each of you? Because
It
I
was
love Ziggy's, but I was curious.
it
What
was
was it like?
amazing. It was
Yeah,
so good. That was such a good night.
nice.
Uh all the bands were great. Everybody was super supportive, and yeah, it was just overall a great show. Thank
Awesome.
you to Queen and Bog Wizard if you're watching this.
Yeah. Alan, how was it for you? What did you think of the performance?
It was fun. I thought it would be a little bit more like not as laid back as it was. I thought it'd be more like this, that, this, that, this, that.
Yeah.
But it was more like, oh, this every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's surprisingly like I've only been to Ziggy's I think twice, even though it's literally I don't know maybe 10 miles from my house. I don't know why. Just other things come up, and I've I'm at some other show, and so I just haven't gone to as many. But I do love that place because I think it's very very much it feels like it's a place, a venue that has people that really are into the music as opposed to just being visiting and sitting at the bar and don't really care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sick place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think the people running it are just like super cool. They seem very very fun and relaxed.
Yeah, they were super nice too. Yeah.
Nice. So what do you guys got on tap as far as shows? Are you gonna, I mean, obviously the holidays put that out to August or whatever. But what are you guys thinking?
Uh, we're hoping to do some more. We got nothing booked yet, but hopefully in the coming months we should be able to get some more shows out there because I enjoy playing shows. I like a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. After played at after I played at my school, I just really fell in love with just playing live
Yeah.
in front of a crowd. It
Ever
was
since
just
I felt like that. Ziggy's
yeah,
really wanted to go back out and play more.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
just the only issue is, since we're all still under 18, places won't
It's
book us.
hell. It's so hell.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah. That is the trouble because yeah, I remember way back in the day I was I was over 21, but we had a bass player who was 14. Um, he was super good. But yeah, it was trying to get a show because we had an underage person was like, ay,
It's awful. It,
ay, ay.
but we were able to do it and very happy for it and I'm hoping that gives us a couple more opportunities to come out.
Yeah.
Uh
Or
Yeah.
especially if you get places that do. So are there any places? I know there's a place in Ann Arbor, but I don't think they really play heavy music. Um, that is
that's the
oriented
biggest
toward,
issue
yeah,
is there are places they just don't want heavy music. Like
right,
that's the thing is there are places that do it like coffee shops and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
that's
yeah, that seems like that would be that seems like a niche that somebody needs to fill, right? To have
yeah.
an all ages place where you could jam to people, with an audience.
We were talking about it.
Oh
We were
yeah.
talking about starting one as like a DIY sort of thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because all the places that would do all ages heavy stuff are nowhere nearby. They're all far out. Like there's like one place in Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah.
So,
Skeletons.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that makes it tough too cuz just transportation. You guys are located in Mount Clemens, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes it harder. Even Detroit. I mean, how far is that to? How far was it to get to Ipsy? Was it like an hour, hour and a half?
Like an hour. Yeah. Around like 50 minutes, I think I remember. But we were super early too, so and we kind of beat traffic on that day.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
especially because it was Father's Day too. So like
Oh.
everybody so we left early so that it wasn't hell in on the highway to hell. But yeah.
Nice. Nice. So, talking about music, what was these some things I just like to ask folks is it's like, what was do you remember the very first concert you went to, and what was it, and why did you go?
First concert, I don't remember my very first one, but I remember the most prominent one because I went to concerts a lot when I was younger because I was of like festivals and stuff. My parents used to go to festivals all the time, so that's
Oh.
where I went along with, but I don't
Uh-huh.
remember bands that I saw there.
Yeah.
But the first concert I prominently remember like extremely well is Anthrax in 2022. I saw him at the Fillmore
Nice.
And that was also my first metal concert too. So
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Uh, Alan, how about you?
First concert that I can remember going to, because when I was like a baby, same thing. My mom brought me to a bunch of different shows. So I don't remember.
Yeah.
First one that I do fully remember was seeing the Rock on Tours in 2019 after they released their latest album.
Oh, really? Wow. Awesome. Where was that at?
Uh, Fox, Fox
Oh,
Theater.
nice. Nice. That's
no,
fantastic. Do you remember? So I know you guys are too young to have bought records, although maybe you're buying records now. But what
I
was the
buy
very?
records all the time.
Oh, cool, man. So what was the first? Do you remember like the first like kind of album or song that you wanted to get? Like who was that, and when did you get it?
Master of Puppets. I
Oh,
bought
cool.
Master of Puppets on vinyl when
You
I
did.
was 11, I think. That was the
Excellent.
first record I bought was Master of Puppets
Oh, cool.
because I
I
loved that album.
How
I
about,
remember I had wanted Ride the Lightning, and I saw it. Someone at a yard sale was selling a cassette for it,
oh,
so
cool.
I bought it, but it wasn't Ride the Lightning. Somebody had taped over Cold Chamber debut.
Oh, well, Cold Chamber's okay, but it's not
Yeah,
Ride the Lightning.
not Ride the Lightning.
Oh, did you ever get Ride the Lightning? Did you find it?
I got a CD
All right,
when I was
cool. Yeah,
12.
yeah. It's funny, like CDs now, it's like hard to like there's
Yeah, I
you
mean
don't even have
vinyl's making a comeback, but
yeah,
CDs are like dying.
yeah. And I've got like 600 at least 600
That's how
now,
my dad's
maybe
collection
seven.
is. My
Yeah,
dad has probably close to 1,000. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I don't even have something to play them on. I've got like an adapter I got to plug into my computer to play them. So
yeah.
it's crazy. So if you guys could take Iron Times anywhere in the world, where would you like to go play a show, and who would you like to be on the bill with?
Ooh. Hmm.
Who wants to go
That's
first?
extremely hard. I don't know a place that I would want to play. I mean, one of the places I would want to play would have to be, I mean, basically the birthplace of metal in general. I mean, I wouldn't play in Birmingham, but
Nice.
like birthplace of Sabbath, birthplace of heavy music in general, birthplace of doom. Um, Bands I would want to play with. My number one band that I would want to play with, that are currently around, would probably have to be Electric Wizard. I mean, Electric Wizard are probably you're gonna hear a lot about Electric Wizard today. I love Electric Wizard. They're my favorite. They're my favorite band of all time. Either that or I mean, Sleep. Sleep
Yeah,
would be awesome. Queens of the Stone Age. I'd love to play with Queens of the Stone Age.
yeah, yeah. They're on tour.
Yeah, I'm going to see them.
Oh, awesome, awesome, fantastic. Alan, how about you? Where would you like to uh, take Iron Times, and who would you like on the bill with you?
Hmm. I'd probably say somewhere in Europe
Nice.
because they seem to have a sort of a feels like a wider appreciation for music over there, especially the stoner doom type of
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Yeah. To be on the bill, uh, I don't know. It's definitely Queens. I'm gonna go with Phoenix on Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, can't think of any bands that are around.
I
Yeah.
mean, if it were to ever happen, Kyuss reunion.
Yes.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it were to ever happen,
Did you
Yeah.
guys happen to see Brent when he was in town?
yes, we
Yes.
did.
Oh, awesome. At Smalls? I think it was
Yep.
Smalls, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
With
was my first introduction to like the local scene-ish because Carbon Decoy and Colossus
yeah.
were also there. It was also my introduction to
Yeah.
stoner scene.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Carbon Decoy and Colossus are fantastic. I
Oh yeah.
love those bands. Did you guys did you know those guys? Have you talked with them?
I've known them. He did
I
not.
didn't know him until Brant Bjork.
Uh,
I network like crazy. I am a master at networking. So I know like most bands in the local scene. They might not know me, but I know
But
them.
you know them. Awesome, man. That's the way to do it, you know? I think about that often now that I'm older. When I was in a band in my 20s, I was obviously playing metal and doing all that stuff, but I just didn't network as much. I mean, I had connections with some bands we jammed with quite a bit, but not as broad as far as the total scene. Um, and now that I'm more on the other side, doing this and photography and stuff, I feel more connected than I did when I was in a band. So it's a good thing. I mean, for you guys, as far as starting out and getting your band out there is like hooking up with all those other people. Because I feel like maybe this is a good question. I feel like the music scene's pretty strong in Southeast Michigan and actually in Grand Rapids got a great scene too.
Specifically the doom scene. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the most welcoming scene ever, I swear. The whole thing that really got us kickstarted was I made a Reddit post on r/doom metal in January, and that it was literally it was just like a bunch of pictures, and it just said my stoner rock band went to the studio, but everybody saw that we were kids, and they were all like, and it blew up. It blew up in
Top
the
of the
local
subreddit.
scene. In it, dude. There's people in Europe that know about us from this from this Reddit post. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
One of the
and
teachers at our school saw us on the
oh
freaking
yeah,
Reddit.
they weren't even in the subreddit. It was just on their Reddit.
Yeah,
It was just on their feed.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
it's the number one it's the number one top post on r/doom metal. It it went insane. And then I made the Bandcamp, and the Bandcamp was an insane success. We put out a 2-song EP, and it got like 1,000 buys in a day
Nice.
on Bandcamp, or like downloads, and it was like it
Yeah,
was insane.
that's
It was
fantastic.
crazy.
So you guys mentioned like that you've done some shows at your school. Like, how is your school environment as far as for your musical development? It sounds like they're supportive. How do you guys feel?
there's
So
definitely a couple teachers that are like really supportive of the band. Like the music teacher, obviously.
Right.
Um, the
art
the
teacher.
traditional art teacher. Uh, One of the building subs is also really supportive.
Nice.
Our old principal was supportive,
Oh, that's cool.
and just a lot of the students really like our band.
Yeah.
Ec- Excellent. Excellent. And
Our
so,
school
go
has
ahead.
these assemblies every other Wednesday. And
Every other,
basically I thought it's every other Wednesday, right?
yeah, every other Wednesday. Or they try to
Okay.
make it. Sometimes it's a little funky.
Throw a Thursday in there once in a while.
Yeah. But we have these assemblies, and basically assemblies are just anybody can come up and perform if they want. Like
Oh,
It's like an
really?
so
art showcase.
yeah.
Oh, cool. That's very cool.
So
Nice.
like either that, or you could like showcase, like you could say, this is my art piece. It was inspired by blah blah blah. It's about
Yeah.
this. Or you could like I've seen people do poetry up there, but we set up bands, and I swear we're always treated a little dirty. We're always on like the craziest time schedules of all time. But
Like at 8 o'clock in the morning.
no, it's just we have like, all right, you guys have 2 minutes to set up,
Oh,
get the
right.
drum kit rolled out here.
Yeah. Well,
No sound check.
yeah.
No, don't mic up the amps. All you can hear are the drums and the bass. Can't hear the guitar.
This is good. This is good training for you guys because you're going to be forced to. You guys will be the quickest changing band. Like no band will be able to like you know going forward at any gig will come up and say, oh, fucking Iron Times is so goddamn slow. No, they'll say, no, those guys they get on, they get off, they got their shit together. Boom! This is great
Yeah,
training.
yeah.
We move a
No,
whole drum kit from one end of the school to the other in like a minute and a half.
yeah. We moved an entire drum kit from the entire opposite end of the school because we set up in the cafeteria where the stage is, and then we take all the drum kit back all the way back to the music room right in the front of the building,
Oh
and
man.
so we have to do like 2 runs, and we do that in like less than a minute and a half, like probably like a minute.
Awesome. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is great training that you guys are getting.
Yeah.
It's the way to do it.
Oh, and we get no sound check or tune check.
That's
No.
I'm telling you, that's gonna happen. You're gonna
Yep.
get yeah.
We
You're
can't. We
you're
can't.
gonna be the opener on shows, and they're just gonna like
Yeah,
set
for
you up
sure.
and like here you go. But this
Do
is good. You
am
guys
I
will be
in
ready.
C? I don't
Yeah.
even know if I'm in C yet. I
Oh,
might be in E standard. I might be in out of tune.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Hopefully in tune. Uh, so I was thinking, like whereas as we're talking and talking about shows and that kind of thing. But have you ever like run into or been at a show where you've met one of your musical heroes? And if so, who was it? And then what was that encounter like for you?
not yet.
Not yet. Who would
I
you
mean,
like to
Yeah,
meet if you could? And
I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet. Probably not at a show, but because they don't live anywhere near. But or at least I don't think. But I'd love to meet John Garcia, and I'd love to meet Josh Homme.
nice,
Um, they would both be two of my musical heroes to
nice.
meet.
And what would you like to? What would you ask them if you could?
I'd be like, I honestly don't know about like on that. Like, I don't really know. I just love to say how like I
Hey,
mean,
how you doing? How
yeah,
did you start your band?
because I don't want to be like that basic person. Like,
Oh, dude,
I don't
I
know.
feel you. I'm that way every time I meet somebody that I admire because I'm like, what am I gonna say? Oh, dude, I love your music. So,
Yeah,
Alan,
but
how about you?
I can't really think of anyone other than possibly like fucking Dave Grohl.
Yeah,
Run
yeah.
into him, ask him.
you've met
I probably
Jack White.
okay. Well, that was out of Meyer. I ran into him at Myers.
Awesome. What was he buying?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I said to him. I just remember that I met him at a Meyer.
That's awesome. He seems like he'd be a pretty cool dude. I mean, I've never met him,
Yeah,
but yeah.
It was
Uh,
quiet. It was chill.
Yeah. I think Dave Grohl would be really cool. I would love to make like hang out with
I'd
that
like to
dude.
meet Dave Grohl. I feel
Yeah.
like Dave Grohl would be a cool guy to meet and
Yeah.
just have a conversation with.
Yeah. And he's totally into barbecue. So I would like to have him come over and like fire
I
up the
forgot that he
barbecue.
was in the barbecue.
Yeah,
I
like
remember I
fire up
watched
the
an interview
barbecue.
with him one time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe you guys should work on that. Trying to get down maybe to Austin, Texas, invite Dave over, get some barbecue, have an Iron Times show with some, big barbecue. It'd be awesome.
I love your work in them crooked vultures.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Oh man.
Come down, come down and see me. Come down and see my band. I'm like a I'm like a semi big fan.
That's right. That's right. So I know we talked a little bit about like what your first album was. What are you currently listening to? And it's a related question. How do you like to listen to it? Are you more like listening at while you're out doing something on through your phone, through a headset, or are you more like sitting in a room listening to records?
I've
So
been listening mostly to the same stuff, but I've been into some newer stuff. I've been into a band called Pelican recently. They're pretty
yeah,
cool.
they're awesome.
Somebody
Um
compared our sound to them on the
Oh,
Reddit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
really? Awesome.
somebody
Yeah.
said that we sounded like them. That's actually how I got into
Oh,
them.
cool.
But yeah, they're super cool. I've been listening to Dozer.
Yeah, yeah, they're awesome.
Um, and I mean, I listen to most of my stuff in school when I listen to music, but I also like listening to like records at home. When I'm at home, I usually listen to a record or a CD just because I can blast it through the huge stereo and
Excellent.
not in my room on my crappy little speakers
Awesome.
on Spotify. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Alan, how about you?
Um, recently I've been listening to a lot more Aphex Twin.
Oh,
oh
really?
yeah, Aphex Twin are awesome. Yeah, I love him. Richard Aphex Twin's sick. I like to
I
listen to him while doing work at school.
I usually listen to them really whenever. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll just sit here, put on some
Sleeping. Listen to
Excellent.
Aphex Twin to go to sleep.
Yeah. Though every time I think of Aphex Twin, I think of that one video with those crazy like little trolley like girls or something. It was I don't know. It's
the Come to Daddy music video.
I think so. Yeah, it's like super disturbing.
Yeah, it was probably the Come to Daddy music video. Yeah, love Aphex Twin.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it just every time I hear that name, because I'm not super familiar with all their music. I've heard like that song and a few others, but it just creeps me out. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that he's so weird. It's like his music can go from like the most disturbing noises you've ever heard in your life to like something you could sleep to.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's like,
It's wild.
that's what I love about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. I've been listening to Boards of Canada. They're like another. They're like a group. They kind of are like Aphex Twin. They're on the same label as him, but yeah, another
Cool.
like ambient electronic artist.
Nice. Nice. So if someone was gonna, well, me being that person, what would be a music either band or genre that you listen to that people might not necessarily think of you liking?
Hmm.
Slam.
Glam? Awesome. Like what? Yeah, like who? Like what kind of band? What band?
Uh, Daniel Sugabog.
All right.
Slam metal. For
Awesome.
for me would be
Metal.
I actually listen to a lot of rap. A
Oh
lot of
yeah?
people don't think of me listening to rap. Yeah, I listen to quite a bit of rap. Um, I also like electronic. I'm a really big electronic fan.
Cool.
I really like like I said, Aphex Twin stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm all I really like Daft Punk.
Nice.
Daft
Nice.
Punk, they were one of the first groups I actually got into, like music wise. Like I really liked robot rock when I was like 5.
Excellent. Oh man. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys being on Fans with Band.
Of course.
It's been fantastic talking with you. I've got one last question for you guys,
All
and that
right.
is pineapple or no pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Pineapple.
Really?
Pineapple on pizza. It belongs on pizza. I don't
Oh.
care. I don't care. I genuinely don't care what people think. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
You're listening
It's
to this.
good.
You don't like pineapple on pizza, and you don't like my opinion. Fight me.
So, on that topic, so what's the topic combination that you each like
I mean,
with the pineapple?
I'm just a regular Hawaiian guy. I mean, I like ham. I like little cut up bits of ham. I
Yeah,
like bacon. Bacon and pineapple on pizza is actually like a really good combination that nobody knows about,
nice,
but it's actually like really good.
nice.
Um, Same with just putting pepperoni on there too. Like you don't have to eat them separate.
Yeah. Awesome. Alan, how about you?
Best pizza combo I made was Hawaiian with bacon and banana peppers.
Nice.
See, he gets it. The
Yeah.
bacon plus the pineapple is so good.
It is. It was so good.
Have you tried jalapeno peppers with pineapple?
Can't do spice.
Oh, really?
I'm
Because
I'm
I've
awful
heard
with it.
for the folks that like pineapple, it's the jalapenos on there. But
I'm
I
gonna have to
can't.
try it. I
I
can do
can't do spice.
all right.
Spice is
So
hell.
Alan, you'll have to report back. Phoenix, you'll obviously be enjoying doubling down on the bacon. So
No, I'll just put more bacon and more pineapple on there.
there you go.
I'll be good.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you again so much for being on Fans
Thank
with
you for
Bands.
having us on here.
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I'll share on the show notes, links to how to get your stuff. But yeah, keep me in the loop as far as the next time you're out playing a show. I'll try to
Will
get out
do.
there and check it out. So,
All right.
all right,
Will
guys,
do. Have a
take
good
care.
one.
All right, see ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Many thanks to Alan and Phoenix from Iron Times for joining me on this episode of Fans of Bands. It warms my heart to see the next generation coming out with their own new music and keeping the flag of heavy music flying high. It was a pleasure talking with these guys about their journey into music and forging their own path. I'm looking forward to hearing more from them and hopefully catching them on stage. Keep an eye on their socials for the show dates and more. See the show notes for all the details and links. Bands are nothing without you, the fans. Purchasing music and merchandise is critical to their survival. If you can help out your favorite bands, please do. If you're in Michigan, consider following the Playing in Detroit Area Tonight and SE for Southeast Michigan Music Facebook pages. They are fantastic places for fans and bands to support each other and share our combined love of music. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to get each and every episode of Fans with Bands. Spread the word by rating the show, telling your friends, telling your neighbors, telling your family, telling your priest, tell everyone, and leave a comment. We want to hear what you think. You can keep in touch by following us on social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, be well and kick out the jam.